Welcome back. The South Dakota women's basketball team put up a spotless record in the first half of league play, capped off by a win over SDSU in Frost Arena on Thursday. Only the second time in the last 28 years that has happened. After a road win at Denver on Saturday, USD sits in first place at 8-0 in the Summit League. For more on last week's games and the second half of league play ahead, here's Jay Elsen with head coach Dawn Plitzuweit.
All right, thank you, Kelly. Well, it proved to be a pretty huge week for the USD women, starting Thursday at South Dakota State. Coyotes earned their second win in their last 3 trips to Frost Arena, 67-61 over the Jackrabbits. Dawn, wins in that building are always difficult to come by. So do you have an appreciation, do you and your team have an appreciation for what you did accomplish there?
We certainly understand how difficult it is and really feel like that's a great opportunity for us to be in an environment that gets us better. And we're thankful for the fans that came out. Now, not many of them were necessarily on our side, but it makes it a great environment for our young ladies to be a part of.
Well, it's certainly in that environment. It always helps to get off to a great start, and you did just that. So what was working early on for you?
Well, I thought we were doing a good job of really containing South Dakota State's offense. Our defense was really working for us up until late in the game, and that allowed us to build a little bit of a lead.
How about individually? Have a half Kate Liveringhouse. She hits her first 8 shots, scores 18 of her game-high 20 points in that first half. Did you see that coming?
They weren't all right around the rim.
Right.
A lot of them were stretching it from the perimeter. And during the course of the game, sometimes you felt like, well, maybe they're over-helping off her. But when you go back on film and you watch it, they were contested shots. You know, Ellie Thompson was flying at her and making that shot really, really tough. And Kate was fortunate enough to hit them for us, which gave us some momentum.
She helped put you up 5 at the break. You're up 8 after 3. Now, you knew SDSU was probably going to make a charge because it's an awfully good basketball team. And they did that. They cut the lead down to as little as 1 there as time started to wear down. But so how did you close it out? What were the keys to closing that thing out? Because it was not an easy thing to do.
Well, I think the most impressive thing that our young ladies did in that environment is take care of the basketball. Last year at their place at Frost Arena, we scored at about the same clip that we scored this year, about a 44% clip. But we got 12 more shots. And why did we get shots? Last year we turned it over 17 times in Frost Arena. This year we turned it over 5 times. And that was really important for us to continue to get shots. Even when they weren't falling, we need to continue to get opportunities.
Obviously a lot of Kyle fans very happy about the way that one came out. But from there it was on to Denver on a quick turnaround. You know, it's games like this can be difficult that way, especially when you don't have a whole lot of time to get ready for it. So was that something you emphasized going in?
It was something that we definitely emphasized going in, Jay, because the game before, Denver had scored 93 points.
Yes.
And so now, and they I think hit 18 threes in that game. And so we knew that we had our hands full going out to Denver and competing against them and trying to take away arc shot opportunities. You know, at the same time, you're coming off an emotional win. We try to keep it as unemotional as, you know, just a regular day going about your business. But when that's the game that's being talked about by the entire state for a long time, it's hard to make it not an emotional game. And so those two combined were certainly something we were very aware of. We needed to get off to a great start, and we were fortunate enough to do that.
You mentioned the arc shot. So how do you go into a game like that, knowing how capable a certain team is, like a Western Illinois or like a Denver, of hitting the 3? How do you make sure that defending the perimeter is a top priority?
Well, I think certainly getting through screens and getting out and getting some ball pressure is important, but then what makes teams like Denver, like Western Illinois, who we play really challenging, is that they will also shoot a lot of them out of penetrate kick opportunities. So you've got to do as good of a job as you can getting out, getting ball pressure, and trying to limit penetration one-on-one. That's really tough to do. And late in the game at State, we didn't do a really good job in those situations because State got to the rim against us. So we look at, okay, we don't want to give anything up, but you're limiting opportunities. You've got to try to figure out how do you do the best job of getting out, taking away arc shots, but also limiting penetration.
J.C. Bradley made her presence felt in her return to the starting lineup in that game. She finished with an efficient team high of 17 points. Is she back to 100% at this point?
She's very close right now. Okay. She's getting back, and that's been great for us to see because I thought one of the plays of the game, I thought there were 2 really big shots offensively that fell for us in the game at Frost. One was when they went to his zone and we were getting some shots but not making them, and Kate hit a short corner shot that kind of gave us a little sigh of relief, settled us down a little bit. And then late in the game when we were up 2, Shot clock was winding. JC got a back cut opportunity around the rim and finished it over Ellie Thompson. Ellie Thompson was coming over, and that was a really, really big play. So to have JC get back and be at full strength is really, really important for us.
Absolutely. All right, well, back at home this week for a pair starting Thursday with Western Illinois. We all remember what happened the first time you met the Leathernecks, but we also remember just how explosive and dangerous this team can be. So with that in mind, what do you have to do to be able to beat them again?
Well, now we're playing against a team that's third in the nation in three-pointers made, and a team that's a very explosive team, and a team that not only shoots it from the arc but gets to the free throw line extremely well. And at their place last year, they got to the free throw line 18 times. Here they got there about 20 times. And so what we need to do, again, is the same type of thing as Denver, is get out to arc shooters but also limit opportunities at the rim without fouling them. That's a challenge to do. We remember when Western came here last year and beat us at the Sanford Coyote Sports Center, and so we know that they're an explosive offensive team. Defensively, they turn their opponents over and they block shots, so that's really a big challenge for us. And certainly our players are going to have to be at their best in order to compete with Western Illinois.
Congratulations on a great week, and good luck to you in these next couple.
That was good. Thanks, Jay.
All right, thanks, Dawn. Kelly, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Jay. If you can't make it to Vermillion for the games on Thursday and Saturday, you can catch a free live stream of the contest. Links for both matchups can be found on GoYotes.com. Well, coming up next, we'll talk North Dakota women's hoops. Alex Heinert sits in with head coach Travis Brewster when Midco Sports Tonight returns.